Alright, so what we're looking at here is the belly of the beast. So mobile home I'm renovating. What he's got down here in between the floor drawers is just some cheap plywood that we found at Tractor Supply, and all that's going to do is hold the insulation up. This is going to be 8 feet of insulation from right back there to the wall. It's about 8 feet. So all these spaces here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all 5 of those I can insulate from above. I don't have to crawl underneath to get it. The plumbing case under the floor drawers, kind of sort of. And what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to put the belly and put the insulation up, put a piece of cheap plywood from the bottom up, cover that up. That old ductwork eventually will come out. I'm not going to try to get it out today. It's pretty wet and nasty out there, so I'm not going to be under the house. Let's look up the pool, then I can cuss a little bit and do that. But what I gotta do is insulate this. It's gonna be 6 inches of insulation, and I'm gonna insulate it. Then I can attach these two pieces of Vanitech to the deck, and I will have this decked out. And for the most part, the water leak in the kitchen is done. This goes into the living room. You see the black, and it goes in there. And I'm guessing it's going to be at least another sheet and a half over there. But every bit that I can insulate from above, there's a little bit I don't have to insulate from below. So that's what I'm trying to do. I may end up having to wrap all that up in heat tape and insulation, pipe insulation. The way the mobile home was built, all that's basically clustered together. So if that's the way it is, that's the way it is, and it could work to our advantage. It could work to our advantage because one of them is hot water. So anyway, heat tape, insulation, pipe insulation, and yeah, we're gonna make it good. It's gonna be 6 inches of insulation in the floors and the walls, and we're just gonna do it as we go. We're not gonna try to do it all at once. Yep, there's all 8 feet of in his glory, all exposed. Yeah, that 2x6 right there is not as dark as it looks on camera. It just barely got a little bit wet. We had to replace this one, and we okay with this one, and we had to replace that one. But that one there, just like I said, just a little bit dirty. The tip of it was a little bit bad, so put a little block on the end of it. For the most part, we only had to replace 3 floor drawers, and they was under the refrigerator. And if we hadn't got to it when we did, another year or two, the refrigerator was up to the floor. Everybody thought it was water leaking in the sink, including me, for the record, including me. But when you're living in your renovation, you do the best you can. So I've got to go get the insulation out of the garage. Let me show you a magic trick. There it is. Insulated. I'll never forget. These must be wall length backs for residential housing, stick housing. There's a slight gap in the middle. Those are 16 wide. But I'd rather have the gap in the middle of the trailer instead of under the walls. So for the most part, the gap is it's in the middle. I'll fix it somewhere online. But anyway, that's what we got going on. Just a little quick comment, a little tip I just remembered. One of the biggest problems I have when I'm screwing down the deck is I can't see the joist. And I always invariably go crooked and miss the joist. Well, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to give myself a simple little guide. As you can see, there's the floor joist and that little gap, and there's a stick that's relatively straight. And this screw hole was in the joist, so I line them up. Actually, I probably should move that just a little bit. Line it up, and as long as I stay on that side of the stick, close to the stick, I should hit the floor joist. The floor is basically closed in. I ran out of screws, but the floor is basically tied down now. We'll get the temporary sink set up here in a little while, but we're ready to move on. Get more remodeling done.